This video is brought to you by StoneAgeGamer.com, a fantastic site for retro games, systems, accessories, and more. Be sure to check out StoneAgeGamer.com. Skip it up and that up. What's going on, folks? First and foremost, I gotta give a huge shout out to Adam Koralik. He has a YouTube channel. It's all mostly about retro gaming, and he has a ton of awesome videos, and it's very informative. I'll have a link to the channel below. The reason why I'm giving him a shout out is because I saw his video, and that's where I found out the information about SCART to HDMI. And while I was making the video, and even afterwards, I totally forgot what the YouTube channel was and where I found out the information. So now I remembered, and go check out his channel. I'll have a link below in the description. It's a really awesome retro gaming channel. I can't recommend it enough. So it's funny, man. You guys supposedly get mad when I talk about resolutions. You say I'm trying to incite fanboy wars and get, you know, PS4 fanboys mad at Xbox One fanboys and vice versa. But when I don't talk about it, I'm constantly getting articles on Facebook. Rich, talk about this. I really want to hear your take on it. And Killzone Shadowfall, the multiplayer doesn't run at full 1080p. I want to hear your take. So I'm like, okay. I talk about it, you get mad. I don't talk about it, you guys want me to talk about it. So either way, I can't win. But that's all right, though, because this is pretty interesting stuff. So anyway, Sony was saying that Killzone Shadowfall's multiplayer runs at 1080p. Digital Foundry says otherwise. They say it actually runs at 960 by 1080, which, as you know, is not full 1080p. This is what Digital Foundry had to say. In the single-player mode, the game runs at a full 1080p with an unlocked frame rate, even though they just added an option that you could actually lock it at 30 frames per second. But it's a different story altogether with multiplayer. Here, Guerrilla Games has opted for a 960 by 1080 frame buffer in pursuit of a 60 frames per second refresh. Across a range of clips, we see the game handing in a 50 frames per second average on multiplayer. It makes a difference, but it's probably not the sort of boost you might expect from having the fill rate. Look, this news is all over. Eurogamer, IGN, everyone's talking about it, and it's the same thing that I've been saying, and it's funny, I'll say it later, I'll quote what they said later, but Cinema Bled says what I've been thinking. But it's funny, you guys, you instantly attack me and say, oh, Rich is just a PC elitist, he's only worried about resolutions, I bet he's gonna get 4K monitors and pinch his nipples while playing Crysis 3 at 4K. I don't play resolution, I play games, so take that, you jackass. That's probably literally what a comment's gonna be, mark my words. But it's not about that. The reason why, again, and this goes for the PS4, the Xbox One, and the Wii U, is all three of these guys, mostly Sony and Microsoft. I think Nintendo, I don't think they expect the Wii U to last a decade, but you just bought these consoles. Usually what the consumer expects is to have the cutting-edge hardware that in previous generations, like even the PS3 and Xbox 360, they were at least, if not slightly ahead of what you could get with PC gaming. I remember seeing stuff on TV and reading a couple articles back then saying that the PS3 is above anything you could buy in the PC gaming market at the time. So at least they had that. They were at least at the level of what you could get in a gaming PC. Now that they're already what seems like substantially behind, instead of, you know, having games that aren't even touching what the machines are capable of, it's like they're cutting corners to get the games to work properly, or to get the optimal experience they have to cut corners. You know, it's not that they're like, oh, we have to learn the machine and tap and get into its untapped power. They're x86 based machines. And this is what Cinema Blend had to say. They nailed in the head exactly what I've been saying over and over again. So what does this info say about anything? They're referring to the resolution of Killzone's multiplayer. It says that gamers need to lower their expectations. While the PS4 is stronger than the Xbox One by a good margin, it's still weaker than most mid to high range gaming PCs. Sadly, neither the Xbox One or PS4 will scale throughout the years like the PS3 and Xbox 360 due to using x86 architecture. There's very little to unlock power-wise. You see what I'm saying? It's not like when previous generations we had like the cell architecture, or when they came out with consoles in the past. Yeah, okay, it was foreign to developers than what they were doing on PC, so they had to learn how to code for the different systems. They had to really dig into the metal to really get what it's capable of. But this time, all the PS4 and Xbox One are PCs. They're cut down PCs, or that are streamlined to be gaming consoles. There's no secrets. There's nothing to unlock in them like there was in previous generations of console hardware. Developers know their way around the Xbox One and PS4's x86 architecture. They know how to program for it. So I just don't, it concerns me. Like I've said time and time again, yeah, Cinema Blend is right. These systems aren't going to scale well because developers already know what they're doing. So if anything, it's not like they're going to unlock things. Developers it's going to be the exact opposite. They're going to feel even more limited by the hardware because they've already maxed out performance. So 5 or 6 years down the line, the PS4 and Xbox One are going to be even sooner than that. They're going to be complete dogs, and developers are going to be limited by the 8th generation of hardware. And I'm not talking about resolutions when they're trying to create an engine that has a certain kind of artificial intelligence in it. Or yeah, maybe graphics, they're going to have some kind of certain environment they're going to want to implement, and because of the limited hardware that was already substantially outdated from the get-go that's in the PS4 and Xbox One, they may not be able to do that. So it's not about counting pixels on the screen, it's about hindering developers in the future, and they may not be able to innovate the way you guys want them to. You see now?
Guys, I'm telling you, that fat bastard is a PC elitist. Don't listen to anything he says. He just tries to incite fanboy wars, PS4 and X-Bone for life. Don't listen to him, he has titties.
You're right, I'm not a gamer, I'm just totally obsessed with resolution. Is that why I'm playing Aladdin on the original Sega Genesis? I wonder if that's in 4K. Wonder if I can max that out.
Suck on 12 horse sticks at once and take a Polaroid of it.
I need a vacation. Anyway, guys, make sure to rate, comment, favorite, and subscribe. And as always, thank you for supporting Review Tech USA. Have a good one.